Hello everyone, I am Shamir Luis T. Sulaiman.
I'm Stephen T. Soropia.
And we are from BSECE. Today we will be discussing an important topic in our advanced mathematics subject, the root test.
We'll explain what it is, how it works, and go through some examples step by step. Let's get started. First, what is root test? These tests help us determine whether an infinite series is converging or diverging. Before we dive into solving problems, let's first understand what the root test is all about. For its formula, the limit nth root of a sub n as n approaches to infinity. This formula helps us analyze an infinite series in the form of summation of a sub n. The key idea is to take the nth root of the absolute value of the terms in the series limit as n approaches infinity. Now, how do we interpret the result? If the limit is less than 1, the series converges. If the limit is greater than 1, the series diverges. And if the limit is exactly 1, the test is inconclusive, so we have to use another method. Now that we understand what the root test does, let's go through the steps to apply it.
And now we have 3 examples. We have 1, 2, and 3. So what number should we answer first? Number 2. Alright. In the example number 2, we have a problem of a summation of quantity 3 plus 5n over 2 plus 3n raised to n. And next step, we have to identify what is our a sub n. And our a sub n is equals to 3 plus 5n over 2 plus 3n raised to n. And for that, since we already have a sub n, we have to use the next formula of limit and root of a sub n. Since we already got a sub n, we just have to substitute it. The result is limit and root 3 plus 5n over 2 plus 3n raised to n. And since we have a n root and raised to n, we can just have to cancel it out. Next, we will get a result of 3 plus 5n over 2 plus 3n. And for the next step, we will use the L'Hopital's rule. That's why we will derive the numerator and denominator. And the derivative of 3 is equals to 0 and 2 is equals to 0. We will only have a 5n over 3n. And the derivative of 5n over 3n is 5 over 3. And 5 over 3 is equals to 1.67. And 1.67 is greater than 1. That's why our series is diverging. And for the next example, we will answer the example number 1. Our example number 1, we have a given problem of summation of 1 over 2 raised to n. And just like before, we have to get our a sub n. And our a sub n is equals to 1 over 2 raised to n. And with that, we will now use again the formula of limit and root of a sub n. And since we already have a sub n, we will just have to substitute it. And the result is limit and root 1 over 2 raised to n. And since 1 raised to any number is equals to 1, we will just have to substitute 1 into 1 raised to n, so that we can factor the 1 raised to n and 2 raised to n. That's why the equals is limit and root 1 over 2 raised to n. And since we get the n root and raised to n, we'll just have to cancel it out. And the result is limit 1 over 2. And 1 over 2 is equals to 0.5. And 0.5 is less than 1. That's why our series is converging. And for the example number 3, last but not the least, we have a given problem of summation n raised to n over 2 raised to 1 plus 4n. Just like before, we have to identify what is our an. And our an is equals to n raised to n over 2 raised to 1 plus 4n. With that, we will now proceed for the next process, which we will use the formula of limit and root of a sub n. Again, since we already got the a sub n, we'll just have to substitute it. And the result is limit and root n raised to n over 2 raised to 1 plus 4n. And for the next process, we'll just have to factor out the denominator, which is the 2 raised to 1 plus 4n. And as a result, we have a limit n root n raised to n over 2 raised to 1 times 2 raised to 4n. And 2 raised to 1 is equals to 2, and 2 raised to 4 is equals to 16. The result is limit n root n raised to n over 32n. Now we will just have to factor out the raised n so we can cancel the n root. And after cancelling out, we have a result of n over 32. And the next process, we will just have to substitute the n into infinity. As a result, we have a limit infinity over 32. And the result is infinity. And infinity is greater than 1. That's why our answer is diverging.
Now, let's go over the key steps in using the root test. First, identify the general term, which represents the sequence of terms in the given series. Next, compute the limit of the nth root of the absolute value of the general term as n approaches infinity. Finally, interpret the result using the root test rules. If the limit is less than 1, the series converges. If it's greater than 1, the series diverges. And if it is equal to 1, the test is inconclusive and we need another method.
And that's the end of our video. I hope you
Learned how to identify the general term, apply the test, and interpret the results to determine whether a series converges or diverges.
sa ChatGPT niya lang yung binasa, guys. Hope you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.